best local realtor versus, well, whether it's Rex or Redfin or your local realtor. We're going to go over the discount models. But first, let me just pull this screen down and we'll pull up. No, that's not what I want to pull up. This is what I want to pull up. So let me pull this third screen down. By the way, my name is John McConnin. I'm a real estate attorney and a broker. And I recently, it's the middle of January now. I've recently talked to my brother about this. He sold his home. We worked with him on that. I have videos on that. I am currently working with other sellers, and everybody wonders whether they should go discount or full service realtor. And so we're here today to answer that question. And we're going to do it with numbers, right? So we're going to assume that, I realize I could have done this better. The normal local realtor, a top local realtor, is going to sell your home. As they get more expensive, they're going to get closer to 5%. And when they're in the millions, it may get 4%. But real estate sales are broken up. When a listing agent speaks with you, normally the commission, and is variation, but normally they're going to ask for 4, 5, or 6% commission. Could be 3 by 3, 2.5 by 2.5, 2 by 2. Now sometimes they'll slant it and take 4 and offer 2 and things like that. But in general, they're going to go half and half, and you can read about that in your listing agreement. I've had videos on that. But the point is, if you're paying your realtor 2.5, you want to make sure they're offering at least 2.5 on the MLS. Now, this number should be set by looking at how much other agents are offering for other home sales on the MLS. You want to offer at least what the average is offering or more. If you're going to use the MLS, and we'll get into the case with Rex, do it well or do it better. I mean, have your agent go to the caravan sales and say, we're offering 0.5% more. I mean, the MLS is used for two things. It makes the real estate agent's marketing easier because it goes out to all the websites. And two, it's about marketing to the buyer's agents. So if you're going to select a realtor, make sure your realtor is marketing to the buyer's agents by going to the MLS or contacting, if you're a multi-million-dollar home, by contacting the agents who work in your area consistently and letting them know why your home's special and that you really appreciate them by offering the standard amount or more. It doesn't make sense to try to save 0.5 or even 1% if you're using the MLS. And we'll get into, that's a good question. We'll talk about that with Rex. Right now, we're going to pull up, now I'm doing this in incognito mode because otherwise these websites know me and they market to me because I'm a real estate agent and a real estate attorney. So this is incognito mode, but you're going to see the same thing. And I've already, to save us time and to click through, yeah, you're seeing this now. Okay, good. I thought I already did this for Rex. Oh, no, Rex is the last one we're going to do. We'll cover, it was supposed to be Redfin, right? Okay, so now Redfin, they'll sell your home for either 1% if you also buy a home with them within a year. I guess they're going to rebate the 0.5%. But normally their listing fee is 1.5, right? So let's go back to my paperwork and put down 1.5, 1.5, and they suggest that you offer the standard amount in your area. So here, let me just read the fine print. If you sell first, we'll initially charge a 1.5% listing fee and then send you a check for the 5% difference after you buy your next home with Redfin. Subject to market-based minimum commissions, listing commission subject to change, buyer's agent commission not included. For example, if the buyer's agent commission is 2.5%, sellers who also buy with Redfin will pay a total commission of 3.5%. If you don't buy with Redfin, you're going to be paying 2.5% and 1.5%. So that's 4. And I'm willing to work with 2.5 as the standard. I mean, it varies area by area, cost of homes, but let's use 2.5%. So we're comparing apples to apples on all of these. So the total is therefore 4. Okay, now HomeBay. They have a flat fee and it's always changing. It was 0.5 plus a number. Now it's a flat fee. They say they're saving people thousands of dollars. And on the listing side, they may be, right? If it's 2.5 is the standard listing, with Redfin, you're saving 1% so far. Let's go to the HomeBay website so that we continue doing this the right way. And we'll still be in incognito mode. And here's the fact with HomeBay. With most real estate agents, there are two agents, one representing the seller and one representing the buyer. Traditionally, a seller pays both, meaning you pay 3% to the selling agent and 3% to the buyer's agent for bringing the buyer to your home. We strongly recommend you offer the buyer's agent commission, as it will help sell your home. HomeBay has found that you expect 4 times as many offers when working with buyer's agents and their clients. More offers lead to commissions. So, in fairness to HomeBay, so we're comparing apples to apples, let's put that down as 2.5%, even though they sort of talked about 3 there. But since they were fair in telling the truth, I'm going to be fair in this comparison, right? It's only fair. So they're at 2.5%, and I'm going to give them, it's always changing. It could change at any time, but let's give them 1%, because their flat fees have been good, and it varies on the price of your home. But I will say, I worked with buyers. In fact, they were friends of mine, and the agent, the person working with HomeBay, did a lot of the work, right? So with HomeBay, depending on the program you select and how much you're paying them, you could be doing a lot of the work. You'll be doing some of the real estate agent work, in my experience, right? That's just my experience, and it may change, but they also used to do it for cheaper. Now it's more expensive now, so maybe they're charging the same money. Same money. So with HomeBay, well, we'll come in later. This is 5, right? Now, Rex is an interesting scenario. I used to like the Rex model more till I talked to a lot of people and did some research on the net. And I'm going to tell you what I found. Rex says they're going to do it for 2%. I know they say it somewhere here. 2% fee. And then they'll tell you more in other places. But it's 2% without going on the MLS. Now, to me, if you've got the time, I think it's a great idea to try to sell your home pre-MLS. So if you happen to be a great home, a great price, and a great market, the right time of year, you could spend a week or two doing great marketing, having big open houses on the weekend. I've got more about that, why open houses are so good, because on most of the websites now, when you have an open house, even if you just have an open house for half an hour on Saturday and Sunday, your home's going to be put at the top of the list, or it's going to have a red, like a banner on it. It's going to be called to the attention of the buyers. So if you have a strategy where you say, before we go in the MLS, you have an opportunity to buy our home, and you do the things Rex talks about, big data. Facebook is the big data now. You go on the net, and everybody on Facebook has to play by the same rules now. You can't select and target markets very well. You just have to say, you can't target interests the way you used to. Let me strike that. You can't target the way you used to. Now you have to let Facebook's pixel do the work for you. And that's another reason why I say you have a week to 7 day marketing period before you accept offers. You let big data do its work for you. You let Google and YouTube do their work for you, and you retarget people who've watched your ads. So you should have a 7 to 10 day period to have people come to your house. Awesome strategy. If Rex lets you list for a week or two, awesome. I know that they take a lot longer, and you can read horror stories on the net. We were under contract with Rex while our neighbors were selling, and we couldn't get it done. Does that happen every time? No, I doubt it. I think sometimes if you use Facebook and Google well, and your home's priced right and it shows well, you could probably sell your home for 2%. I just say don't get locked into a contract. Consider it part of the first step in pre-MLS step, no buyer's agents, and then MLS. Now, I have in my home selling series, I'm going to talk to you about why you should sequence your sale, because no one knows what's going to work ahead of time. I mean, things could change rather quickly. It could rain. So you want to sequence your sale property, give you the maximum bites at the apple. I'm going to talk about that, where my free video series on this, and we will talk about how to sequence your home sale. I didn't write that in there, but that's already one of the videos. How to sequence your home sale for the highest net, your home sale for the most money in your pocket, for the most in your pocket. So I say use that non-realtor model under certain conditions. For instance, when you already know where your max dollar is and you have a good idea where fair market value is, and you're going to be happy in there. Then if you reach those numbers, then you don't need to offer another 2.5% to the buyer's agents. But that's for people who really know what they're doing. Look at our videos before you go with Rex. So I'm going to cross Rex out. Even though I love the model, it's not what we're comparing right now. It's something you should consider as a pre-MLS strategy. So now we've got Redfin, we've got Home Bay, we've got Best Local Realtor. Now, I'm going to tell you that a good agent can make more than a 1% difference or 1.5% difference to you every time. I'm going to tell you right now, for instance, I'm going to talk about how to select the best realtor for you in our video series. But let me just tell you, as a real estate attorney who Google used to love when I said Del Mar, when I had an office in Del Mar, I got calls from people all the time saying I'd like to get on my listing agent because their listing agent didn't handle multiple offer negotiations well. California Association of Realtors selected me to train realtors on multiple offers. Let me tell you, almost every realtor uses the forms, and some realtors use the highest and best, and that's rarely the optimal way. Real estate agents will almost all tell you the idea is to price, and I can show you even on these discounter sites. They say you want to price your home at the market or a little bit low to encourage multiple offer negotiations. Now, at this point in time, if that's what you're doing, but you really want it to sell for top dollar, the most important link in this chain is how your real estate agent, the one listing your home, the one representing you, talks to the buyers and talks to the sellers, both before they make offers when they're coming to see the property and after. For instance, they should communicate well enough with you about shopping real estate offers, right? In the next video, shopping offers. Let me tell you, this is a little controversial in the real estate industry. A lot of realtors don't believe they should shop offers and explain to buyers where the offers are that already exist, that you already have. And I think that's just silly. I think once you have an offer that's a threshold offer that you'd feel confident working with that buyer because you've already talked to the buyer well, you've sussed them out, you know what's going on. You preserve that buyer like gold, and then you shop your offer against those other people to try to bring them up in price. And the way you do that, the way an agent does that is the key factor, right? So an agent using the multiple offer negotiation strategies that almost all agents use, there's a massive variation in your results, far more than 1 or 1.5%. So my belief is that you should hire the best local realtor, and it happens to be a Redfin agent or Home Bay agent, great. But I would hire one with experience selling homes in your area, with experience at selling 20 or 30 homes overall, and who communicates with you explaining their multiple offer strategy. And also, if they have a team that they explain to you that they'll be the ones talking with all buyers and they'll be the ones talking with all the real estate agents, both before the offers come in, when they're talking about the showing periods, and then even once they're in, so they can help you achieve the highest net. So I'm going to go over, I know that was a lot. I'm going to go over all of this in a series that's available. If you go to winnerscheck.net, you'll see it's a 10 home video series. It may be 12 by the time you see it, but we're going to go over that in my video series. So I think you should, if you want to learn more about this, selling homes, selecting the best agent, I mean, that's what this is all about. The final videos in the series, I talk about how we do it. I talk about, we like to refer our sellers, I've done it for friends, family, and clients for years, to the best local realtors. I talk about how I select, how I help you select. In the end, you're going to pick. If you want to, we could refer to your neighbor. But I talk about how we help determine who the best agent is. Our proprietary method involves getting on the phone and talking to brokers and agents. I talk about how you can optimize your strategy by having a 7 or 10 day offer acceptance period to let big data work for you. And then I talk about the multiple offer negotiation process, how to preserve your good ones and not burn out those buyers, burn out all the other ones, because some people do like to negotiate. So I talk about that. And then I talk about how we will seek a referral fee from those top agents, which a referral fee can be 30% to 50% of the listing side's commission, which I'll share that referral fee with you, so thereby turning the best local realtor. I mean, we've never been turned down for a referral fee when we've been, well, sometimes I tell my client that's not going to work and I don't do it. But if I seek a referral fee, we've always been paid a referral fee. So we talk about how to do that, and then I'll share that referral fee with you. So that will be one of the final videos in the series. But up until that point, so basically, if you want to learn more, go to winnerscheck.net, and you can get this free video series. And then at any time, if you want to get working on this, you can set up a free consult with me. Or if you, let's say you already know you want to go, I'm going to tell you that one of the things we do is we have a consultation where we do your disclosures with you, and then we go over your home pricing. So we look at the max, we look at the fair market value, we look at where you want your listing price to be, we look at some other numbers and some other metrics, and we call that our pre-home selling workshop. So this is what you do before you get set to work with listing agents. So that's it. Talk to you later. Bye. My name is John McConnin. winnerscheck.net is the website.